Hi,
Hello?
hello. Is this Brenda?
Yes.
Hey, Brenda. This is Tommy Bryson. The call's gonna be recorded and potentially uploaded. Cool.
Oh my God, I can't believe you actually called me.
Yeah, that's what I
I
said.
thought it was gonna be I thought it was gonna be a hoax or something. Okay, I'm gonna
No,
get right
no.
to it.
All
I'm
right.
six I'm 63, I think. And I'm sorry, back up. I'm 56. My husband is 63. He's
Okay.
still working. He makes 105 a year plus commission. Okay?
Okay.
We've been making that type of salary for quite a while now, but we haven't taken advantage of saving our money.
Okay.
We have 17 grand in cash, and we
Okay.
have a little over 10 grand in a Roth IRA.
Okay.
And then my husband has this 401k at his new job.
Okay.
He says he's gonna put 6% in or something.
Okay.
My thing is, we don't have a lot of time. We got
Okay.
about 10 years, okay?
Okay.
And I've just done my studying on the difference between the index and the ETFs and, whether to go straight to Vanguard
Okay. So let's pause,
and
right?
just,
Let's pause. So it
okay.
sounds like you're 56. Your husband's 63 years old. He's about to
Mm-hmm.
retire pretty soon. He's probably gonna be working for a little longer. You guys only have $17,000 in cash, and for example, another
I said
$10,000 in investment.
17 grand.
Yeah,
I said
17,000,
17
right?
grand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
17,000. Okay, and then $10,000 in the Roth IRA. Now, it sounds like to
yeah,
me what you're trying to figure out is basically how to maximize your retirement, so by the time you actually do retire, you actually have enough money inside there. Sounds right?
right.
Okay. Now, here's what I would do, right? When it comes to becoming financially free, which is what you're
Mm-hmm.
asking, there are 4 steps. The first step is becoming debt free. Now, you become debt
Okay,
free using the avalanche method,
yeah,
right?
we've done that before. Yeah, we've done that
So,
before.
are you debt free currently? Everything except the
Now we have
mortgage?
one credit card. We have one credit card,
How much do you owe
and
on it?
we own our home. We owe 8 grand on a credit card.
And you own your home, so
On
no mortgage.
No, we have a mortgage.
Oh, okay. How much
We
do you
have a
have on that?
15-year mortgage.
How much do you have
Um,
left?
oh, about 170 something.
Okay. Do you
Because
have car
we
car
also
notes?
cars paid for.
Okay. Any other debt, personal loans or anything else? Student loan debt?
No, we paid off all our student loan debt.
Okay. So here's what I would do. The first step I would do is I would grab $1,000. I mean, no. The first step I would do is basically grab 8,000 right now, pay off the credit card. Boom, you're done there. You have left, for example, in this case, around $9,000 left, or $8,000. I'm not mistaken, right? You have $8,000 left. And then what do you do next year, right? So once you're debt free, boom, you go to the second step, which is basically saving up for 3 to 6 months worth of emergencies. So whatever your monthly expenses are, multiply by 6 or 3, you save that up, for example, in a separate account. That gives you room to breathe, for example, in case your husband can't work or you guys just have, for example, something crazy happens. Okay, that's the point. Now, once you're done there, then we talk about investing. And then we talk about retirement.
Okay, I didn't mention that I was on disability, and I get $1,000 a month that we've basically just been banking.
Okay, which is great. But what that tells me is that a little bit is if you've been, so this 17K in savings, has this been, for example, just saving up your disability checks?
No, it's been part of our saving some money of our own and disability and using that account as like a rainy day.
Okay. Okay. So
Fund.
here's what I would do, right? Brenda. First, grab the $17,000, take 8,000, pay the credit card off. You have left $9,000 in cash. And then you want to figure out
Okay.
exactly what your monthly expenses basically are. Your core expenses are going to be, for example, shelter, utilities, groceries, and transportation. Everything else outside of that, you can include, for example, health insurance, life insurance, and so on. But everything else, usually outside of that, is just going to be a want. So whatever that number is, multiplied by 6, that are your core expenses right there. That's how much money you actually need. Okay?
Okay. Pay
Now,
off debt.
you can...
And then you said...
Yeah, so
Take the
pay off
other-
that. Yeah, write a check today, pay off the debt, take the rest of the money and start working towards building a 3 to 6 month emergency account. An emergency account for 3 months would just be your monthly expenses multiplied by 3. For 6 months, multiplied by 6. You want to keep that money separate so you're not tempted to actually use it. While you're building that up, I am not investing, because if you guys do have a problem and you guys can't handle it, most likely that will mean either more debt or having to sell investments to then basically cover whatever you actually have going on. But this way though, if you prioritize this first, you have that money there in case anything does go wrong. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Okay.
I would consider, for example, we start investing. So my rule for investing is you can invest, for example, anywhere from 10 to 20% into retirement accounts. Now, what I would do is, for example, if I have a job where they're offering me, for example, a 401k match, I would ask them, hey, how much do I have to invest to get the maximum amount of free money? If they say 6% of my salary, okay, I'm going to invest 6% of my salary here with the rest of my income left over. If I'm going to do, for example, 15% or 20%, whatever is left over, I'm putting that into my Roth IRA. If I have even more money left over, I can put that, for example, back into my 401k. That's the goal. So now you're investing that 10, 20% into retirement. The rest of your money, you want to use it to pay off this home as fast as possible. That's the goal. So all the extra income, including, for example, your checks and also a big portion of his check, can go towards paying off this home as fast as possible. Now you guys have a 15-year mortgage, you said?
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
to change from 30 to 15.
Yeah, so if you're able to put an additional, for example, between 20% of your salary extra towards this stuff, you can be done, for example, instead of in 15 years, it's like around 7 to 8 years. Now, the reason that this matters so much, 7 to 10 years most likely, it matters so much because basically, if I told you, well, let's say, for example, you need $40,000 to retire, right? In just passive income, right? Let's say that per year. The thing is that if we use the rule of 4%, that would mean that basically you need to have around $1 million in your investment account to give you that $40,000 a year. Plus, I would say, hey, you don't just want $1 million, but you might want 1.2 million in case, for example, the market has a correction or we have a crash. So that way you can always make sure you have enough money. However, though, if you have a paid for home, that means your expenses are going to be very low because there's no mortgage. There's just, for example, a little maintenance here and there, some taxes and some insurance. But that means you're not going to pay a mortgage. So your expenses are very low. So that means your income now you can do whatever you want with it. You can invest a lot more, or you can just have a lot more fun, go on vacation, do whatever you actually want to do. But it all starts with, right, you're investing that 10, 20% and you're using the rest of the money to basically just pay off this house as fast as possible. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Yeah. So
Okay,
just
I got you. I got
yeah.
you.
So just to summarize, Brenda, so we have everything in order here, right? 1, write a check today, pay off the debt. That's $8,000. Make sure you have a conversation with your husband, obviously, to get on the same page. So you pay off the debt today because that's costing us 18 to 24% in interest, which basically means if we're investing and getting back 10%, all of our interest, basically what we're actually making, is being cut off. So it makes no sense. So let's just pause all investing right now, pay off this debt, boom. Let's save for emergencies because basically, husband, if you can't work anymore, what are we gonna do? We need money to take care of things. And then let's start basically investing that 10, 20% into our retirement accounts. And let's focus on paying with all of our extra income to pay off this house as fast as possible. If you're done with this home, for example, in the next 10 years, if you're very aggressive, maybe 7 to 6 years, then by that point, by the time you turn, for example, 62 years old, you're mortgage free. Your expenses are a lot lower. You also have a lot of money in your investment account. And you also have, for example, an income of 105K, where you're saving almost a fourth to a third of your income because you're no longer having to pay shelter costs anymore. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now
Yes,
I gotta
it
ask you. I gotta ask you one question, Brenda. Do you guys have life insurance?
Yes.
Do you have term or whole life?
I don't know. My husband takes care of that.
How much does it cost per month?
It's too expensive for him. A lot.
Is it over $200?
Yes.
So it's most likely gonna be whole life. So what you want to do is tell them, hey, if we just get, for example, term life insurance for the next let's just say 20 years or 15 years, that means for the next 15, 20 years, we're working on our financial plan. If something crazy happens, we're taken care of. But it makes no sense to basically either invest with the insurance company or pay them a bunch of money in premiums and all this stuff. The goal is to have life insurance while you're building up your fortune in a sense, but then after that, you won't need it anymore. Make sense?
Yes, I understand.
Usually term life insurance costs usually around 8 to 10 times less than whole life insurance. It's a massive difference.
So I want term life. Okay.
Yeah, and you can use a website like Policy Genius or any broker to just compare different prices to get you the one that's basically best fitted for you. Make sense?
Yeah, we pay State Farm $750 a month
$750?
because my husband has asthma
I understand he has asthma, but
and
term life.
he's just diabetic. He also diabetic. They also have our auto insurance, and they also have our home insurance.
Yeah. So a lot of the times, right, some bundle plans can actually save you money, but sometimes getting things individually can actually save you even more money. So you want to just run the numbers. So compare, right? So how much would home insurance cost me by itself? If that's $100, okay. How much will, for example, health insurance cost me by itself? Well, that might be $300, $400. And then how much would term life insurance cost me by itself? Well, maybe $50 to $100. Well, I might be saving more money by getting an individual. So just make sure it actually makes sense. You know, it's not about convenience. It's about getting, for example, the best product possible for you guys and also save you a bunch of money. Make sense?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so bundling always
Yes, it does.
doesn't always save you money. You wanna run the numbers, and something that's a little extreme, but I would consider it potentially, maybe not in your situation, is a high deductible health plan with an HSA investment account on the side. What that means is, for example, you lower your premiums by a lot. It's called a high
I'm on
deductible health plan.
I'm on Medicare, and my husband has his insurance through his employer.
So why the heck pay this why the hell pay State Farm $750? It's ridiculous. It's insane. If his employer is paying for his health insurance, then that's way too much money most likely. So you want to just double check this math and make sure he's getting the best deal out there. But as far as insurance, term life insurance, as far as your home insurance, compare policies out there to figure out exactly which one's best. As far as car insurance, compare policies also. That's all you want to do, compare and find whatever works best for you guys. But $750 a month,
Yeah,
that's $9,000 a year. That's money we could use to max out your Roth IRA and invest money into your 401k.
Yes. So
Makes
I've
sense?
just been afraid of trying to go with companies like Progressive for car insurance or these other kind of fly-by-night companies for health insurance because we've been with State Farm for almost 20 years.
Okay, so this is called this is a false sense of loyalty. Again, right? What you want to do is this company is your number, right? They might care about you, great customer service, but at the end of the day, it's just business. So what you want is a good enough service for you guys. If you find a cheaper service, right, that does the exact same thing, take that offer to State Farm and say, hey, they're offering me this. Are you willing to negotiate? If the answer is no, you walk away. It's that simple.
Okay.
You got to worry about you, not about Progressive or State Farm or whatever. It's about you guys.
That's true. That's true.
Makes sense. Okay. Now, by the way,
All right, thank you.
just confirm me, right? $105,000. That's $8,000 a month. What's your mortgage per month?
11 something. No,
Okay.
sorry, 1,500.
Okay.
1,500.
How much you spend on
Yeah.
utilities?
How much do we spend on utilities?
Hold on one moment over here. What's that?
This is Tommy on the phone.
Tommy.
The guy from the thing that called me back. He wanted. I was just wondering how much do we spend on utilities a month about?
Man, don't answer those questions. He's trying to sell you something. Get on.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. Why is he so concerned about you telling him?
He was. Never mind. Never mind.
So one thing is this, right? If you're trying to make a plan without your husband and without getting on the same page, it's gonna be very difficult. Okay? You want to get on the same page. It makes no sense the information I give you if you guys both are not gonna apply it, because at the end of the day, he's the one that's making the bulk of the money, right? So if you guys are on the same mission and the same plan,
He thinks everybody's trying to sell him something.
yeah, I don't. Unfortunately, I'm not selling anything, so he's in luck. but yeah,
I know, but
but that's what I'm saying though. Make sure you guys are on the same page. But if you're able, for example, to if you just have, for example, $150,000 left on the mortgage, you could be done with this whole game a lot faster. You know what I mean? Just get on
Yeah,
the same page.
I do.
Explain the plan, make sure it makes sense, and then you come together and you kind of work towards the same goal. But it doesn't make sense to work
Okay.
individually. Okay. Again, thank you for the
Okay.
call. Welcome to the long-term team. If you want to schedule another call, feel free to do so. These calls are still free, and they're not like a one-time thing. If you want to call back, feel free to do so. Okay. Good luck.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Have a good day. Peace out.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys, so that right there was Brenda. And for the first time, the guy's like, get off the phone. Don't answer those questions because he's trying to sell you something. Unfortunately, I'm not, honestly, I'm not trying to sell you anything. But the one idea is that, when you're trying to do something, whether it's financially or whatever it is, you want to make sure that you guys are on the same page together. It's gonna be a lot more smoother. For example, and you gotta take a look and ask yourself why on a lot of your expenses. So if you have your shelter cost is only $1,100, if you have utilities maybe like $300, if you have, for example, groceries maybe like $500, let's just say in this case, and you have, for example, transportation, not that much money there also. The answer is this: you should be having a lot more money left over. But if all you have is $17K. And for example, $10,000 in your retirement accounts, it sounds like a lot, but it's not, especially when you're this close to actual retirement. So one of the core things to do here is to double down. Pay off the debt today, build your emergency account for security, and then third, you start to invest at 10-20%, and then you work on paying off this mortgage as fast as possible. If you do it, for example, in 6 to 10 years, a lot faster, that means, hey, I no longer have this $1,100 payment every single month. Hey, I don't have to worry about a mortgage anymore because it's paid off. And then you can go ahead and just enjoy your money a lot more. Play a lot more offense and you're playing, for example, defense. If you want to invest more, that's fine. If you want to go on vacation, that's also fine. But it's all about having freedom, and that takes time. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. If you want to join me on my next call, feel free to do so. The link is down below. Schedule a call today. On top of that, also subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified. On top of that, also destroy the like button. Did I say that already? If you guys want to DM me right here on Instagram at Tommy Bryson. Here is another video here, and click my face right here. And as always, peace.